My problem with the Accountability Act is that it's built on two false assumptions. One of them being that all private schools or any private school is better than a public school. And that is simply not the case, and a lot of research shows that. The other false assumption is that vouchers work. And the Accountability Act is really about vouchers. We call them opportunity scholarships. It's just another name for vouchers. And there's just a world of research showing that vouchers, by and large, have not been very successful. The first ones were used back in Milwaukee in the early 90s. And last time I looked, test scores in Alabama were better than the test scores in Milwaukee. So it doesn't indicate to me that that's anything to get super charged up about. But we said it initially. We heard if I had a dollar, for every time I heard somebody said, we gotta help kids stuck in failing schools, trapped in failing schools by their zip codes. If I had a dollar for every time I heard that, I'd have enough money to buy my own politician. Because that was the thing they sold, but it just is not, it was illogical when you looked at where those schools are. And here's something that may take some people aback. When you look at the 70 schools that are on our failing school list, collectively the demographics are that those schools are 91.3 poverty. Free and reduced lunch, which is a tremendous indicator of performance of a school. It's the best indicator we got. Those schools collectively, 91% poverty, 87.3% minority. Now, that law was passed by 51 votes in the House and by 22 votes in the Senate. It was passed by 51 white Republicans in the House and by 22 white Republicans in the Senate. And I dare say that none of those votes who voted for it, none of those legislators who approved that legislation represent a district that is 91% poverty or 87% minority. But we got people in Montgomery who never go into these schools, who never see the challenges these teachers are facing with these kids, who from the moment they show up in pre-kindergarten are behind because of the home situations they come out of. And it's if I was a czar of the state of Alabama, my first decree would be that every member of the legislature would spend one day a year as a classroom aide in a high poverty school. And then we would change the dialogue, because we've got people making decisions about people they just don't simply relate to. And I think that's not a criticism, that's just a reality. I'm not going to try to tell a doctor how to do open heart surgery because I don't know anything about it. And by the same token, we got people in Montgomery trying to tell educators how to do education when they don't know anything about it.